Alright, second video. I'm still kind of new to this whole thing, but I'm trying to strike a happy balance between funny and informative. Now, this may be a mistake, but I'm creating these videos with no target audience in mind. But the theory is, if I run my mouth long enough, someone will at least shout, "Shut up!" Works at parties. But at least I do fit into one of two internet demographics. Hot, with a W, chicks, and dudes with beards. Hoping the beard makes up for a dangerous lack of boobs. Anyway, now that I've established myself as an expert, I want to discuss a phrase that bugs the ever-living crap out of me. Reverse racism / discrimination. I've seen it come up on the news with the Connecticut fireman issue on his way to the Supreme Court, but I'm not going to weigh in on that controversy here, so I'm not going into details for those of you who don't know about that. Just take a second, Google it if you're interested. Anyway, I just care about the grammar of the phrase. I'm not saying those claiming reverse discrimination aren't legit, they just should use another word. Like, I don't know, discrimination. The dictionary defines discrimination as the treatment or consideration of, or making a distinction in favor of, or against a person or thing based on the group, class, or category to which that person or thing belongs rather than on individual merit. The dictionary is so PC. Reverse is defined as the opposite or contrary of something. So the phrase reverse discrimination would mean the opposite of making the distinction in favor of or against a person based on the group to which that person belongs. Or the act of being unbiased. So saying reverse discrimination is like using the term reverse sideways, which works out to going forward or back, but the speaker meant right instead of left. Instead of addressing what may be someone's legitimate claim to discrimination, the media uses a clever code word that lets everyone know that the complainant is white. Reverse discrimination means this isn't regular racism like against blacks or Hispanics the way it should be, but rather this is a special kind of racism because white people are involved. That's racist right there. The idea that racism only goes one way, black, and that for everybody else, white, to be discriminated against is clearly backwards. Call it what it is. Racism, discrimination, bias. Just because the victim is white doesn't make it any less hateful. Hate crime laws apply for white people too. When a white person visits Africa and happens to be discriminated against, is that reverse racism? No, it's still judging someone by the color of their skin. Racism against whites isn't a victimless crime. It just makes those who are oppressed just as bad as those who oppressed them. Come on, you have to be bigger than that. Alright, I'm gonna say it. Black people? When you treat white people as equals, it makes you the bigger person. It shows you're above petty racism and have better things to do than figure out what color the person is to see if you'll help them. I mean, you got your guy in, or our guy, rather. As I like to say, I like my presidents like I like my coffee. Black and full of hope. But once we fix poverty, things will be totally even, right? Anyway, that's my take. And once again, I encourage the three of you to leave feedback. Please use spell check. Remember, white power should be spelled with an H. Thank you, and drive safe!